Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. And this segment of the channel that talks basically about the lessons learned from the Meet the Icons segment of the channel. And well, I was thinking of calling it Learn from the Icons. Yeah, so it's basically about the lessons we learned from the icons we've discussed earlier. Our last icon on the channel was Steve Jobs. We'll be running through about 10 lessons we learned from Steve Jobs. So if that sounds exciting, let's get right into it. Number one lesson is explore the world and expose yourself. Now this talks about exploring the world and exposing yourself to new things, new opportunities, new experiences, and it refers to Steve Jobs' journey to India and how he went to India just to experience a new life, and he actually went there for some spiritual reasons. And also we can see from the life of Steve Jobs that he was someone that decided to try new things, especially when he dropped out of college and started taking courses like calligraphy and other things that he actually had interest in. So number one lesson we are learning from Steve Jobs is to explore the world and expose yourself. Lesson number two is don't stop innovating. This is a very important lesson, especially for entrepreneurs, for creators, for creatives generally. We all need to be continually innovative. We all need to be continually creative. We should provide an environment for ourselves where mentally we are always looking for the next big thing in our heads, and we are looking for the next creative ideas, creative things that we can do to change the world. And that is what we see in the life of Steve Jobs. The Apple One, for example, was just a mini project for Steve Wozniak, but what he saw something differently. When he looked at that project, he saw that this could be a revolution in the technology industry of the world, and we see what he has actually achieved by that. So don't stop innovating.
Come on, Joe. If you know where you can say this, say me. We'll never say why. 'Cause we know.
So lesson number three is don't settle for less. And this sounds a bit controversial because some people just want to, any opportunity they get, they just make use of it and not thinking win-win. There's this book I'm currently reading, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and it talks about win-win. Okay, so this is actually a very important quality that we must learn from Steve Jobs, because he was someone that really demanded high quality performance from his workers and from everybody around him. In the movie, if you have seen the movie about Steve Jobs' life, Jobs, that's the name of the movie, you would remember a scene where he actually fired one of his best employees because he didn't believe that the person was not on the same mindset, in quotes, about the particular project they were working on at the time. So this is one of the things we must learn from Steve Jobs. We should not settle for less. We should go for excellence. Lesson number 4: be a risk taker. We studied the life of Steve Jobs, who recognized that he is someone that just liked to go against the odds. He liked to challenge the status quo. He likes to do things differently, out of the box, you understand? So that is one thing we can emulate from Steve Jobs' life, especially as an entrepreneur and as a creative. Take the risk, make that video, do that thing, record that song, do it, just go for it, just take the leap of faith, take the risk, and it will surely pay off. Number 5, start early. It's never too late to start early. As a young person, you need to start whatever you want to do early, because it's what will give, what guarantees longevity in that field. It's what will bring experience. You have to start early. And if you look at Steve Jobs' life, he started electronics really very early in his lifetime, and it made him to be very successful at the time. Although he died relatively young, he was very successful at the time he left this world. So try to start early. Whatever you want to do, whatever you have in mind, you don't have to wait for everything to be perfect. Just start. And this is kind of related to the previous point, that we should be a risk taker, and it's something that we'll talk about in future videos. Lesson number 6 is people's opinions don't matter. Actually, they don't matter, because people just say whatever they like, and you don't have to pay attention to that. Just narrow down your focus to yourself, to what you want to do, what you believe can happen, and trust me, the road will be bumpy, it will not be easy, but you did it. That will stick with you forever, that you took the step, you did it, you didn't listen to people's discouraging advices. Number seven, prioritize good associations. Steve Wozniak was Steve Jobs' very good friend. Even after he left Apple, he was still Steve Jobs' friend. That even when he was in Apple, and Steve Jobs had a difficult situation going on, he was someone that could just walk into the room and just have a chat with him, and just to share comfort, and just to be a friend, you understand? So prioritizing good association is very important. People with like minds, and people that can really help you progress in whatever you want to do. On to the next point. Lesson number 8 can be very funny, but it is also very important. Lesson number 8 is focus on production, not on benefits. For instance, Steve Jobs was so resilient on his Macintosh project that he didn't want to leave the project, despite the fact that the board wanted him to leave the project. He kept on trying to make it better. And honestly, if you look at all Apple's products, it's more about getting it better, and improving the quality of the production, rather than what are we going to get from this production. Because definitely, if you focus on improving the quality of your production, the benefits will automatically improve. So focus more on improving the quality of your production, rather than seeking benefits. Number 9 is find your passion. Everybody that watched the video about Steve Jobs, or that knows anything about Steve Jobs, would know one thing, that is a very passionate person, passionate about life, passionate about technology, passionate about business, passionate about anything that seems to make him happy and where he finds delight and solace. So we must also try to find our passion, find what we have passion in, and just walk in that light. Listen to your gut. Now, some people call it God, some people call it follow your heart, but I choose to say follow the leading of the Holy Spirit, because the Holy Spirit is what connects us to God, and it is what really guides us on this path of life, on the decisions we want to make and the steps we want to take that will lead us to a very productive end. So as human beings, as entrepreneurs, business people and creatives and even students, we need to follow the spirit, the Holy Spirit, and whatever you choose to call it, your God, your heart, just follow that inner witness, that inner conviction that this thing will work, and keep working towards it, and definitely you'll have your desired result. So thank you so much for tuning in to this video. I really appreciate it. If you have watched it up to this level, tell me whatever lessons you learned from Steve Jobs, and if I missed out anything, please let me know in the comment section below. Please do well to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share to whoever you think will want to see this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.